So you've tried everything to gain confidence. Training, meditating, affirmations. I'm the best! Even journaling, but you're still playing like shit. What if I told you the problem isn't how much you're training or the training itself? It's a lack of confidence caused by believing various myths, which is what we're gonna debunk in this video. Now, I've been looking into the science behind confidence for quite a while now. But even for someone with a professional background, things can get super confusing. When I was 16 trying to go pro, it was impossible to try to figure out what was actually good advice to follow and what was bad advice to ignore. But after playing for a professional academy, being around some of the best footballers in the country for my age, I discovered how confidence affects performance and how to build it correctly. That's why in this video, I'm gonna talk about the 7 confidence myths that my experiences have debunked. And if you're like me, haven't fallen for believing some of these myths, then hopefully this video should help you gain back your confidence so you can start balling. Myth number 1, the more you play, the more confident you'll get. So I used to think if I played for hours and hours a day, I would regain my confidence. But I tried this for months and my confidence was the same as before. All the extra touches, more training, it all went to waste. How was I putting in more hours than anyone else but still trash? And it all came down to how I was training. You see, all over YouTube, there's someone telling you to go train for 2 hours and another person's telling you to go train for 3 hours. But this couldn't be further from the truth. This is a big reason why I hate social media. There has never been a time where the quantity or how long you train matters more than the quality of your session. You can go spend 3 hours shooting a ball with your mates thinking you're gonna improve. But the reality is, if you measure improvement through time rather than quality, you're not gonna get any better. Why do you think 66.7% of first league players in the highest professional leagues come from professional academies? That is literally doubled any other route combined. And that's because you have the best coaches, professional coaches, to play against the best kids in their age group, against the best kids in their age group, and professional facilities. What is that? Quality. That's all it is. You cannot find that quality of training in any other environment as a youth player, and that's why they have the highest success rate. Even in the women's game, the US women's national team coaches said they need to prioritize the quality of their training, even if that required sacrificing playing time or quantity. The higher quality your training is, the faster you'll improve. And as you improve, you'll start to get more confident in all aspects of the game. Myth number 2, train your mind if you want to get better. If I were to ask you what mental training is, what would you say? This or maybe this? Without mental training, you're not going to go pro, but here's the catch. You're doing it all completely wrong. And no, it's not about the meditation practice you do or how long you do it for. Your mindset training is going to waste because you're not applying it to real scenarios. But wait, I've seen a video of Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, talk about visualization being a key part of his success. Yeah, it does help, but he also went 5 years straight without missing a day of training. Let me explain. Visualizing yourself as a baller isn't enough. There's a second step to mental training that is even more important. After opening your eyes, in your next game, apply what you visualize. Play without any fears. So go and ask for the ball. Take every chance you get and make mistakes. By doing this, you're bringing your visualization to life, making it who you are. As you shift your perception of yourself, you start to build what I call internal confidence. This is the strongest form of confidence because now as you begin to practice and fail, you get direct feedback allowing you to improve faster. You're not confident because someone else said it or you made it up in your head. Now you've done it, you actually believe you can. Myth number 3, confidence in game is different than team training. So in training, you're playing like Messi, but every game you turn into a complete bum on the field. I've been there. Your training is nothing like a game. The pressure, stakes, and intensity of a game is much higher than any team training. It's because in your games, there's something on the line, a win or loss, which creates pressure to perform. And it's the pressure I want to talk about because the fear of real games and consistently underperforming comes back to one thing: performance anxiety. And it's the feeling you get whenever you step on the pitch, fear of failing and not playing as well as you can. Studies show that 77% of athletes felt performance anxiety the past year. That number is huge. And this happens all because of your environment. Because at training, there's no pressure, you feel relaxed and start to get comfortable. Then you go to play a real game, you won't be able to handle the pressure. This feeling will make you play bad, and from there, your confidence will drop. So if you want to start balling out in games, you must replicate the intensity you find in a game. Then find the best ballers and organize small-sided games, recreating the real game. So when you get to a game, you're ready for the pressure, ready to ball out. Myth number 4. I need to get better to play with confidence. At the Whitecaps, I was given 1 week of training to prove myself. The first few days, honestly, I wasn't playing anywhere near as good as the others. I was terrible, probably the worst on trial. But then the final 3 days, I played my best ever football that led me to sign. Nothing changed in my ability from the first day to the end, but my belief. As I saw myself start to become a part of that environment, I started to believe I can play at this level. Once I started to believe in myself, I took on risks, pressed high, asked for the ball, dared to make mistakes, and just played freely. That That final match day is where it made all the difference. Players who were better than me tactically and technically underperformed because they didn't believe in their ability. I was playing with confidence. Confidence is a state of mind, a belief of your own ability rather than how good you actually are. Having ability is important, but if you don't believe you're good enough, you'll never be able to display it. Myth number 5, I need to feel good to play with confidence. Just take a look at this video of Ronaldinho. How does one of the best footballers ever go out to party the night before a game and still ball out? It's called internal confidence. Internal confidence. He didn't rely on anything to play well. Things like his boots or even his energy levels aren't affecting him on the field. What matters is self-belief, created through years of non-stop training. Just like Michael Phelps, which is what makes the elite so good at what they do. Myth number 6, once I play good, I'll feel confident. Your games probably go like this. You start off well, playing confidently, then you make a mistake, immediately you start to overthink, and now for the rest of the game, it's you against your thoughts. Why did I do that? I'm gonna mess up. Don't miss, don't miss. You replay it over and over in your mind. This is dangerous because not everything goes your way. You don't build confidence by performing well. You do it by having internal confidence. It's you believing in your game. How do you think the pros bounce back from mistakes? It's because they know they're good enough. Just take a look at Neymar. He tried these crazy flicks and tries to humiliate the defenders, and most of the time, it honestly doesn't work. But 2 minutes later, he goes and tries the same exact skill. If you believe in yourself, a mistake is a setup to a well-executed skill. Myth number 7, bad performances equals bad player. Have you ever had one bad game and then all of a sudden nothing is going your way? Like you've lost your ability? But you know what's worse than this feeling? Not knowing what to do about it. Truth is, that feeling, it's all made up. Let me explain. After a bad game, you haven't actually lost all your talent. But why does it feel like you're trash? It's because you believe it's true. One bad performance doesn't make you a bad player. But when you think it, that's when your confidence drops. Start to focus on not falling into the same trap, remembering you're still a baller. Because you become what you believe is true. And this is when your confidence is going to skyrocket. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure you comment and let us know what you guys want to see next.